Right, so Aoocci have sent us this. We don't review everything we get sent, but I had a look at the specs on this and it looks pretty good. So it's a 6.25 inch touchscreen. It's got two 1080p cameras, one front and one back, wireless CarPlay, Bluetooth, obviously GPS. It's going to mirror your phone, and tyre pressure monitoring, and of course it's waterproof. So let's have a look in the box. So that's the, this has still got its protective film on. That's the screen. Corner snapped off that, but I think Aoocci does send out the ones where the boxes are slightly damaged. Just because why wouldn't you? What else have we got in here? So, we've got loads of stuff. There's a 64 gig memory card. That's going to be the brackets for this, which is the switch for the camera selector, which will be mounted to somehow mounted to the handlebars, and some more brackets. That's the sun visor, which is going to go on top of there. This is a 1000 nit screen, and a nit is a measure of how bright something goes. So hopefully, with that visor on, it should be visible in the daylight. That's a special spanner and some washers you get to fit the tyre pressure monitors, which are, can you see them, Sophie? They're round, look like valve cap type. Oh, there they are. So these are the tyre pressure monitors. They're the lock nuts, stops them coming unscrewed. So they will tell us the pressure and temperature in the front and rear tyres. So, which bike are we going to fit it to?
Well, I'd like to try a bit of off-roading on the bigger bike, so I'd like to give it an off-road trial. So why not fit it to the Norden?
Okay, well,
the old Husqvarna Norden 901.
Okay, well, we can fit it to your Norden. Your Norden at the minute has got the old navigation system,
The BMW Navigator.
the BMW Navigator, which is broken. Well, it works, but it keeps sending us to the nearest Chinese restaurant.
Oh, I wonder why that would
I don't
be.
know. I don't know. That's just what it does. It's something to do with the touchscreen, and it just happens to be that it sends us to a Chinese restaurant. A different one. It can be anywhere. It just sends you to the nearest one. So if you're in Spain, that Chinese restaurant might be miles away because they're not that keen on them. But anyway, it's annoyingly broken. So we can fit this, which will then mirror your phone. And I think I'm going to be able to fit this onto the Husqvarna navigation bracket that comes with the bike. So you do get these things that are a bit like ram mounts with it. There's one mounting option, so you could just mount that to your bars and then use a ball mount to fasten it to the handlebars. I think I'm going to make it fit properly on the dashboard using the stuff that they've sent us, so should be fine.
I look forward to seeing that later, Kev.
Yeah, well, it won't be later. It's going to take more than a day to fit this. So, what on earth is that? Oh, that's one of the cameras, right? Yeah. So the cameras, tiny.
You haven't mentioned the cameras.
Well, yeah, it does come with two cameras. So,
so this one has.
Yeah, so that is the 1080p cameras, 4K. One of them's going to point forwards, and one of them's going to point rearwards. And you can select which one you want to display on here, and it records all the time onto the SD card which comes with it. That's the other camera. So somewhere will be some brackets. Yeah, there's the camera brackets. That's going to go into there like that, or however I decide to mount it, because I want to make this really quite stealthy, and it's going to stay on that bike, so it's all going to be very permanent. So yeah, it all seems pretty good. That's the power supply. So that's going to. I'm not going to go to the battery. I'm going to go to a permanent live feed, which Husqvarna are going to have supplied, and that's in the headlamp of the bike. So yeah, but I will need this power box. So yeah, let's move to the garage and start fitting it.
Excellent. See you there.
See you in there. So this is Sophie's 901 Norden. This is the nav that she's got at the moment, which is a BMW Navigator 6. It does work, but not very well, and the battery's flat. So it's a bit clunky. It's not very intuitive. We never did figure out how to put a GPS on it, or a GPX file on it, whereas we can do that on our phones quite easily. So this is going to get donated to Tom probably, and we might put that onto his Fantic because it is now expendable, and that mount we'll do something with. So this mount's going to have to come off, 4 bolts, and then at the back of there is actually that's a nice CNC mount instead of the Husqvarna one. The Husqvarna one's a bit plasticky, so I've already got rid of that and changed it now. And in here is the power, which is live on the ignition, which is what I'm going to pick up to work everything on the new Aoocci. And then hopefully I'll be able to hide all the wires inside the tower. And we'll come back in a minute and see whether I've done that. Well, I'm about halfway through. I've mounted the unit onto the navigation thing that goes on top of here. That's where the sat nav is supposed to mount. The wires on this all sort of thread through this tower, and that's what I'm having fun doing at the minute, but it's not as bad as it looks. And now I'm just taking the tank cover off to thread the wire from the rear camera, which I've put here. And now this wire's got to go all the way to the unit on the front, and you give you an extension cable here. It's important to get this the right way around. That's the back, and that goes onto the unit. So it's got to go that way around. And then if there's any surplus wire, I'm going to sort of lose it under here somewhere, so I don't have to lose it at the top because it's pretty busy up there. So I think this should pop off. Right, yeah, that's good. And I'm going to try and get the wire. It's going to go up through here somewhere, through the frame to here, and then it's going to go through this into the tower, then it's going to pop up out the top.
Easy.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back in a while.
Okay, oh, and the remote's mounted.
Oh.
The remote's mounted. That's there. And the front camera is also mounted, and that's here. It'll be looking through the screen. And then I've taken the speedometer off and I've threaded the wire through the back of the instruments into the tower, and that actually pops out. I think that's the camera wire. One of these two is the camera wire anyway. And that pops out there. So yeah, all good.
Okie doke.
So far so good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Right. Hi. So I've done it. It didn't take as long as I thought. It only took about 3 hours altogether. The only thing I've not done is put the tyre pressure monitors on. Right. But I'll do that tomorrow.
But you have put
everything else is on.
Front-facing camera
and the rear-facing camera. So the tyre pressure monitors are wireless, so it should be easy to do. So just turn the ignition on. This starts up. There we go. So we'll just, using the remote, I'll press the camera button. And that's the front camera. Ooh. And I think then we go to...
Good picture.
Yeah, it's 1080. We can select, there we go, that one selects both cameras, and that one selects the rear camera.
Oh, go back to both cameras.
That's rear camera. And if you want to, I think, well, you can definitely, if you want to flip the image on the rear camera, I don't quite know why you'd want to do that, but you can flip the image. So all you need to do now is pair your phone with it tomorrow, and then go out for a ride and we'll have a look.
Fantastic.
And see what you think.
So it was easy to fit though?
Yeah, it was easy to fit. There's only 2 wires to the main bike, positive and negative, and I've picked those wires are already here on this bike. Yep. So it was just a matter of putting the correct terminals on. There's a fuse, which we don't need on this bike, so I've taken it off because there's already a fuse because I've gone into the correct auxiliary circuit, so there's already an auxiliary fuse fitted. So that's what I used. And that's it. Everything else, it works straight away. Just turned it on and it all works.
Fantastic.
So your map will come up there, and it's a pretty big screen.
Yeah, well, we'll look at all that tomorrow.
Yeah.
When I go out for a ride.
And it looks pretty factory.
Okay, so here we are. Kev has very kindly fitted the Aoocci to my Norden. And I'm going to go and give it a bit of a test ride today. Test it on the road, and then we'll do a bit of off-roading. See how well it copes, and it can show me the way. Please use your iPhone for Bluetooth pairing. Hopefully it pairs with Samsung as well. Let's go Android Auto. Confirm. Android, yeah. So I think that must mean that it's in Bluetooth pairing mode. So I've got it on my phone, and there it is. Let's have a look at the pairing. Oh yeah, there you go. And that's it. Welcome to Android Auto. Paired, and it's now connected. So out on the road, the Aoocci's great. It's a bright sunny day today, but I've got no problems seeing that screen. I think having the little visor helps. But it's nice and clear. I've got Google Maps showing. So I tend to use Google Maps for on the road, and I use the GAIA app for off-road. You'll see both of those today. Okay, so we're just about to go off-road, so we've pulled over to put the bike into off-road mode. So we've put the bike in off-road mode, ABS in off-road mode, and then I am going to select GAIA. And the route is already in. I've kind of imported it into GAIA. There you go, you can see the red line. And then if I press this button, it'll show me where I am, and we're heading towards this red line here. This is where we turn. Oh, bumpity bump. Morning! I think I'll get off that middle bit. It's a bit muddy, a bit slippery. Wow. Oh, gosh, these are some big puddles. Actually, didn't we say this when we last did this one? I'm sure I even commented that when it was winter it'd be quite deep. I think that was on Expensive Day Out, because I fell getting onto this lane because it was a bit gravelly. But yeah, nice and easy in the winter, because as I say, the rain makes the gravel very sticky, so it's better. Excellent. Oh, look at the greenery and the blue skies. Oh, fantastic. So you can see here how easy it is to see the bright screen. It's a really, really good size. I think where it has an advantage for out on off-road tracks, I mean, we weren't very far away from anywhere else, but it also has a GPS antenna that keeps the signal even in remote terrain. As I say, we've not had the opportunity to trial that today, but if we were away in Spain, and some parts of Wales, to be fair, that might be really, really useful. What it does is it allows me to open the GPX file using the GAIA app and just have it playing. I can keep my phone in my pocket, which I think is safe. So if anything happened whilst I was off road, if the if the bike ended up away from me, I like to have my phone on my body in my pocket so that it's safe. If I needed to phone somebody, then I could. It's waterproof. It's clearly rugged. There were no performance issues, no lags, no crashes, no nothing like that. So I've been really impressed with it off-road. And then here you can see on-road. So with its wireless CarPlay Android Auto, it easily streamed Google Maps. Absolutely no problem at all. It's got those front and rear cameras that I showed earlier, and we've not fitted it yet, but it does also come with that TPMS sensor. It feels very easy to use. I've been able to use it with my gloves, and I like the fact that it's got those cameras recording front and back, even when I've not got my cameras on the helmet. And of course, the all-important price. If you look at AOOCCI.com, they are standard about £170, something like that. But we do have a discount code that will give you 22% off. So if you put LOL22 in the discount code box, it comes out at less than £150, and it's just incredible value. If you've got any questions, please let us know, and we'll answer them in the comments. All the best. Thanks.
And we'll come back in a minute and see whether I've done that. In a minute is going to be a few hours. Okay. But yeah.